Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. Today I'm doing a reading about Princess Catherine. As you might know, the Wimbledon tournament opened today and she would normally be there. And after her absence at the Ascot tournament, there were speculations about the state of her health. So this reading will be a reading about the question, is she going to attend at some point? If she doesn't, why not? And what is going on right now with her? We're all worried about her. I would like to remind you that this is a reading for entertainment purposes only, for speculations purposes only. I just read energies, I do not state facts. And these are readings that are for people that enjoy the art of tarot reading. And so if this is not your sort of thing, please click off right now. It's not going to be a health reading. I don't do that sort of stuff. But if there's any message regarding her situation that will come through the cards, I will read it. So for entertainment purposes only, I'm going to use a few decks, and I'm going to start with the When Women Had Wings. We all know that she's been going through chemotherapy and she is recovering. She doesn't look well, I honestly have to say, although she's beautiful. She's beautiful and she's always, dressed up in wonderful ways, and her makeup is done and the jewelry and everything. But you can tell that she's been having a very rough time. First question, immediately right off the bat. The fact that Sarah Ferguson is in attendance with her daughters, both her daughters, is quite telling, because she hasn't been at Wimbledon in an official role in a very long time. So it really feels like the presence of the Sarah Ferguson and her daughters is a way to fill up a spot. It should have been Princess Catherine and Prince William. So Princess Catherine cancelled their participation at the Ascot tournament, ceremony, whatever, quite unexpectedly, or maybe there was a misunderstanding about that. We all know that she needs to balance royal duties and personal life, and she needs to recover, and she really looks like she needs to rest as much as she can. So, spirit guides from the pure white light, guardian angels, heavenly saints, gods, archangels, God, creator of the universe, the Virgin Mary, the Holy Spirit, ancestors who love us and want the highest good of all, Mother Nature, my animal totem, please protect me during my readings, provide me with clarity, guidance, and inspiration. So, what do we need to know about the participation and the attendance of Princess Catherine at Wimbledon? We have the World card. What else do we need to know? I'm going to pull 3 cards. Is she attending? I would say, judging by the World card, just on its own, that she will. She might make an appearance at the very end. The final day, the reward ceremony. 2 of Pentacles. She might be pondering right now. She might have 2 options, and she might be hesitating, delaying, procrastinating, probably trying to make the decision, if it's the case, to show up at the very end, on the last day, and at the award ceremony. And a Page of Pentacles. It would be just a very small appearance at the very end. So this is her plan. She might be considering right now, why didn't she attend Ascot? Why didn't she attend Ascot? We have the Queen of Wands, the Fool. Maybe she wanted to. And she was about to. With this Fool, I have this sense of movement, of taking the steps. Queen of Wands. She probably had made a decision. But why didn't she attend? Why didn't she attend? Okay, if a card doesn't flip or jump out of the deck, oh, and here it is. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups might indicate there are 3 kids. Let's clarify. It feels like she wanted to, Queen of Wands and the Fool. She wanted to, Three of Cups, participate in the ceremony, in this joyous and happy event. But what happened? Why didn't she participate? Why didn't she participate? Why didn't Princess Catherine join the rest of the royal family at Ascot? Ace of Cups. This could be a reference to her health, since the Ace of Cups with all the water is for me self-love and nourishment and staying hydrated. We're having heat waves almost everywhere in this hemisphere, so maybe it was too hot for her. She didn't seem absolutely comfortable during the trooping of the colors. 8 of Pentacles, and this is about the royal duty, the working aspect of her participating as a royal, doing her royal duties. So why didn't she participate? Justice. It might be that she decided to skip her royal duties here to take care of herself. Let's pull some more cards. Let's see. We need some more clarity here. The Page of Swords. The Six of Swords. So both the Fool card and the Six of Swords represent movement. And 10 of Swords. So she eventually decided not to. She was pretty disappointed about it. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. She might have been very tired. And she probably made a decision to work on her health here with the Ace of Cups. This might be her deciding to stay with her kids, as the Three of Cups represent her kids. Now, why wasn't she at the tennis tournament today? King of Cups. Might be the energy of somebody around her. It could be King Charles. I think he's a water sign. Or her husband, a Cancer. This could be Prince William. Five of Swords. Now we're getting somewhere. Probably these cards need to be shuffled quite a bit before they start singing. And Two of Swords. You know, it might be that Prince William made a decision for her. And he decided against her will that she was not going to go. It might have been this King of Cups, and I do believe that this, being the King of Cups, an indication of water signs, and Prince William is a water sign, is a Cancer, I think. There might have been also a little bit of a confrontation, at least on a verbal level with her. He might have made a decision and changed his mind, especially if there was already a plan in place for her to go. He might have said no. But why? Oh, Three of Wands on the bottom. Why did this King of Wands is in the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords energy? Ten of Cups. Why do we have the Five of Swords? This is a change of the mind. It might indicate also conflict, verbal sparring, an argument. She probably asked, she did ask to go with this Page of Swords, Six of Swords, and Ten of Swords. She might have wanted to go, but because she's not going to, somebody else decided for her that she was not going to go. She was very disappointed, and I think the decision came from her husband. Ten of Cups, clarifying the King of Cups. So it's a person related to her. It's a family, somebody in her family. So it must be her husband. Why do we have the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords? Let's see if we need some more light. Is it better with or without? With. Okay. Why do we have the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords? Why did this King of Cups decide that she was not going to go? We have the Eight of Swords. She's tied down. It's like not moving, not going. Not going. So he decided that she was not going to go. Why do we have the Two of Swords? The Lovers. He decided that she was not going to go. I think it's Prince William. Is it because he loves her so much? He wants to take care of her. He wants to make sure that she's safe and protected. And he didn't believe that it was the case for her to be there today for her health. The Lovers might indicate also healing. Let's pull some more cards. Let's dig a little bit deeper. So with that Five of Swords and Eight of Swords, it's really like he decided to keep her put at home. Maybe because it was not good for her health. Two of Cups. Okay, so this King of Cups loves her. Made a decision keeping her interest in mind. Why do we have the Eight of Swords and the Lovers? So I think the reason why Princess Catherine didn't show up today at the opening ceremony of the tennis tournament, it's because her husband made a decision for her. And the decision was fueled by love and concern and desire to keep her healthy and safe. Okay, What do we have? The Eight of Swords and the Lovers. Let's dig a little deeper. It's reassuring to see the Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Cups here. Nine of Cups. This could actually be very literally meaning that she would be better off stay at home and stay very hydrated and drink a lot. There's a lot of water here, which makes sense in this heat, especially if she's not 100% recovered from cancer and from the side effects of the cures and the medication she had to take for a prolonged period of time. So she needs to stay hydrated, taking care of herself, stay at home, rather than being exposed to the heat for hours and hours, which absolutely makes sense. Just one more cards for the Lovers, although the cards are have been quite clear. This one, Knight of Wands. It would have been maybe too much of an adventure. And Seven of Cups again. Seven of Wands. She probably did fight a little bit against this decision, because she really felt like everybody was against her. Maybe everybody was counseling her not to go. But it's clearly, for me, with all these cups, an indication that her health, her well-being, staying hydrated was the main concern. And this is why she didn't show up today. And she didn't show up at Ascot. Now, let's see. Let's pull a few more cards from the... How is she doing in general? This is the Soul Coaching Oracle deck. How is Princess Catherine doing in general? General well-being. Are we going to see her more involved, less involved? What is she going to focus on? This card. We have transformation. Yeah, things have changed radically for her after the cancer experience. Acceptance. She is in a state of acceptance of her new situation. She's probably going to go and work around her condition in a manner that is more suitable for her state. And silence. She's not sharing much, this is for sure. This is for sure. She's not sharing much, but it looks like she is really accepting the radical, dramatic changes that happened in her health, in her condition. She's moving on, but she is not sharing much about this journey in her life. She's a very graceful person. We have a demi-swan here, which is very unusual because they normally go in pairs. So she might feel pretty lonely in this journey, and she's also very graceful. She doesn't like to, we used to say in Italy, we don't wash our laundry in front of everybody. She doesn't share much. She likes her privacy. And healing on the bottom of the deck. So beautiful. A few cards from the Answer Oracle. We have redemption, hope, miracle, turning point. And it would be awesome to know that she's actually completely and healed. That the cancer is in complete remission and is not going to come back. Two more cards. What else do we need to know about Catherine? Surprise, unexpectedly, another way beyond imagination. So that she might take some decisions in the near future that will leave us stunned. The surprise reaction happens because she keeps quiet, and the royal family keeps very quiet and silent about her condition. They don't share anything. So whatever happens always takes us by surprise. So, but there's something is going on, something is brewing. Maybe something about the many causes that she embraces and works for, or maybe a surprise appearance, gossip, rumor, speculation, and slander. This is the card that clarifies the silence here. Well, she keeps quiet, and unfortunately, this is what triggers the speculations, the rumors, and the slander. Actually, it would be better if they were a little bit more upfront, and I do understand they don't have to share. Nobody does have to share private information about their health, but because they occupy such a public and important role in society, at least in the British society, they should say something, at least to put at rest all the slander and the gossiping, the speculations, the rumors. On the bottom of the deck, sunset, decline, fade, and aging. She does look older than she should look for her age, and this is not absolutely a criticism. She's still a beautiful, very graceful, very fascinating woman, but you can tell that she's fading away. She's aging. Well, this was a terrible experience for her to go through. Okay. Let's ask a few more questions. Maybe we want to know how things are going with Prince William. Okay, putting these cards away. So I'm glad to see the redemption card here. Transformation, acceptance, and silence. I would say the cards answer the questions. So it was William's decision for her not to participate to the opening ceremony of the tennis tournament, just for her sake, for the sake of her health. Let's see, let's change deck. How are things going with Prince William? How are things going between Princess Catherine and Prince William? Are there speculations that were fueled from the silence at the beginning of this ordeal with their health, that they were divorcing, that their marriage was on the rocks? I mean, I did quite a few readings about them, and they were not positive at all. But let's see, how is the state of their relationship now? What is the state of their relationship now? Bottom of the deck, death. Big transformation again. This transformation concept was in the oracle message. It's on the bottom of the deck as well. There's a big transformation going on. Something is ending, but something else is beginning. So it might be that if their marriage was actually on the rocks for a while, it might be that they might have decided to start on a new foot. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Big changes, hopefully very favorable ones. Maiden of Cups is a new emotional beginning. And the Queen of Cups. They might be in love with each other again. There was an emotional reawakening. There was a change of fortune. So with this Wheel of Fortune and the Death card, we do have an indication that things came to an end and started on a new foot with this Maiden of Cups and Queen of Cups. So there is love. There is emotional connection, renewed emotional connection. Judgment. They actually made the decision to change something in their relationship. Seven of Cups, looking at possible opportunities. And Six of Swords. They moved on. They actually considered at some point during their marriage how to move on, how to make sure that our relationship thrives, how to make sure that our marriage actually is a happy, long-lasting, how to ensure that there's longevity in this relationship. They actually faced their circumstances, decided to change, became proactive, decided to end things if they were not going well, start on a new foot, embrace a new emotional reawakening. So things have improved. What comes next? We have the Ten of Swords. It really feels like it might have been felt like it was over at some point. It was over. It was very difficult. The only way is up. The King of Cups, that's him. And the Ace of Pentacles. It really feels like the marriage felt like it was over for him, but he decided to give it another chance, to give it another opportunity. We have the Ten of Pentacles. They probably did it for the love of the family, for the establishment, for the royal family, because they want to leave a legacy to their kids. Strength, so taming all the impulses, all the the negative emotions that might have marred their marriage for a while, being in control, controlling themselves, and the Two of Cups, and choosing each other once more. So what we see in the in the public eye, they look like a loving couple again. They had been, going solo to events and stuff for quite some time. There were rumors about Rose Hambury and so on and so forth. It feels like there is a renewed commitment to each other right now. Behind the Death, we have the Maiden of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups, and the Tower. The Hangman, the Two of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Eight of Cups. So emotionally, somebody walked away from this relationship at some point, but then they decided to choose each other again, give each other some space for some time. So it really feels like they did that for a period of time. And then they came to the, sudden aha moment, epiphany, that family was more important. So they decided to start their relationship on new foundations. Just one card from the Archetypes Oracle, just for the general energy of their union. Prince William and Princess Catherine. What do we need to know about the state of their union? This is a massive deck, this card. Ooh, the Threshold. And with this Death card, we are on, the precipice of a big transformation. Let's read from the guidebook. The prayer on the bottom. The messages from this guidebook are pretty deep. That's number 45. The door, the gate, the initiation. Keywords: growth, individuation, ease, and liminal. So we cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one. However, you have arrived at the threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. This is why we had the Death card. This is why we had the Judgment card here, the Ten of Swords. Yes, the marriage was on the rocks at some point, but they did choose each other once again. They decided to give each other a chance, again, a chance to this marriage for the love of the family and for the love of their legacy as a royal family. But I do believe that there's actually love at this point. That is the realization with the Lovers cards, the Two of Cups, that it's a conscious coupling. They choose each other because they want to be happy and be together. So usher you in a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. And this is about, controlling the ego. We also had that, we have the strength card here. Controlling the ego, controlling the instinct, controlling the selfishness. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. The metaphorical death card, must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step towards the future that calls. And I think that they did take that step. The prayer card was on the bottom, has hidden energy. See what this card says, if it resonates with this situation. This is the worship, the reference, the homage. Offering to be of service, asking for guidance. And this is one of the main things that keeps them together as a couple. And this is what the role of the royal family should be, and what William, at least in what he states and what he says, wants it to be. They want to be of service. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. So they're doing this for the bigger picture, for the bigger scheme of things, for the bigger, goal, which is the community, the kingdom, humanity. As we move from our little story to the big one, some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. And I think this is what the value, the common goal that helped them heal their relationship. Just a couple of cards from the answer article. What's coming next in their relationship? Prince William and Princess Catherine's relationship. Future energy, trust, sincerity, respect, carefulness, and support. And it's a very mutual feeling. Betrayal, breakup, divorce, infidelity, and timing, deadline, synchronization of rhythm and moment. Well, I do believe that at some point there was a big problem here in this relationship. They might have considered divorce, or anyway, they were disconnected. But they gave each other time, and this is where they're at right now. Sincerity, respect, carefulness, and support. Bottom of the deck, follow instruction, instigation, and faith. Okay, so this was my reading about Princess Catherine and the reasons why she didn't attend the opening ceremony of at Wimbledon today, but she might, as the card said at the very end, she might be at the rewarding ceremony with that world card. And we also the cards answered a few questions about the state of a relationship with William. I hope you found this reading interesting. Please let me have your like, share, subscribe. Constructive feedback in the comment section, where I'm always happy to interact with my viewers. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get updates about my future uploads. I'm planning to do some more readings about Prince Harry as well, and Meghan Markle. And until I see you next time, many blessings. Don't forget that if you wish to receive a personal reading with me, you can contact me at the email address you will find in the description of all my videos. Bye bye for now. Thank you for watching.